Hello, we are the rock band team and we are going to talk about the international expansion of Algramo. Our goal for Algramo is developing a strategic plan that can accomplish the launch and operation of 10,000 refill stations over the next 5 years. The most important organizational capabilities are human resources and talent, where the employees are equipped with the skills and tools they need to perform their roles in the present and for future requirements. Then the organizational culture, where the identity of Almagro empowers and engages employers and supports organizational goals. The strategic unity, where all employees throughout the organization understand the strategy. The leadership performance, when business leaders represent the company well and effectively. Then partner relationship and customer connectivity, where the demand may be raised from a different industry and part of the solution may be developed by another contractor, and at the end intellectual property, innovation and technology, where the firms needs to be protected, enhanced and further invested.
To effectively exploit these capabilities, Algramo should first engage leadership. Employees, leaders, and stakeholders communicate to each other to ensure they fully understand the process. Second, define and list your organizational capabilities. Define who will be responsible for observing the lessons learned from each area. Also, if there is a shift in business strategy, consider how sustainable and relevant each capability will be. Third, conduct organizational capability assessment through internal surveys or interviews. 4. Prioritize and create an action plan to be able to modify the plan along the way if it's necessary. And finally, track progress and follow up.
Location choices for Algramo's operation. Year 2023. We took into consideration the situation of Algramo in 2022, which had operations in Chile, in United States, and England, both as pilots in retail giants Target and Lidl, and moved on to 2023, where we propose Algramo opens a North American hub located in Mexico, given that it is one of the highest economies in Latin America, and it is one of the countries that actually contaminates or contributes more to the contamination indicators in Latin America as a whole. In 2023, we also proposed the spreading or the formalization of the process in both England and United States, and start moving in the rest of the stores of both Lidl and Target through the rest of the countries. Moving forward to 2024, we end up the pilot test performed in Mexico City and moved to the second biggest cities, second and third respectively, cities of the country, Guadalajara and Monterrey. We also engage in going into European market, given that operations already have a hub located in England as the date is. We chose as the first countries in Europe to go into Germany because of the retail's central hub, which is located in the country, France and Portugal, because both of them have already adopted partially the refill consumption habit in its consumers. How will we do that? We use our partnership with Unilever to go into the markets and take advantage that new coming refill proposition sponsored company by Unilever, ReRe, Refill Reuse, is going into those markets in the coming years. Going into the year 2025, we propose that using Lidl's partnership, Algramo goes to all Northern Europe countries, taking into consideration that they are closely located to their central hub in London. Going on to 2026, we recommend highly to expand the Latin American country, given that we already gave a year for the operation to mature enoughly in the North American hub, and having presence in two of Latin America's most influential countries would actually give the brand a boost on confidence for the consumptions. Where do we recommend next? We recommend Colombia, which is one of the highest economies in Latin America, and it's focused on technology and development. And Brazil, given that they have a really sustainable recycling model in the city of Curitiba. We let those operations mature by 1 year, and by the year 2027, we roll out those pilot tests to the rest of the cities of both countries. Looking in 2027 and beyond, we highly recommend going into South Korea as our central hub for operations, given that it is the only country participating in the OECD, which is the highest sponsor for Algramo's principal goal, which is reaching the established in 2015-2013 Paris Treaty in the United Nations.
Algramo's organizational advantages come mostly from their partnerships with global industry leaders such as Lidl, Unilever, etc. We believe that the key to penetrating markets globally is sharing consumer data between partners and doing big data analysis based on that. This is done because these partners already have the experience in these markets. To market our service, it is important to share our core values with these partners so that our customers don't think of us just trying to greenwash people, but they realize that their consumption actually has an environmental and societal impact. And Algramo's service is reducing plastic pollution and poverty. Intellectual properties are one of Algramo's important assets and thus need protecting.
Penetrating markets through our global alliances. For European areas, we use globalization strategy by highly standardizing our product concept across the area through Lidl and Unilever network. By doing so, Algramo can utilize the economies of scale. For American areas, because different countries here have different consumption behaviors and cultures, therefore adopting global strategy, which is highly standardized the concept, the core technology, and the mechanism, but localized when it comes to execution. For example, we can modify the size, the color, or the design of the dispenser to match with the local favors.
Lastly, the organizational solution for Algramo. The goal is to build a global structure which is in line with Algramo's sustainability targets and make it possible for us to deliver Algramo services for our international partners. In order this to be successful, we need to have one government that ensures the company's vision, the service, and product quality. The product is the same for everyone, but the markets of different countries have different needs. Therefore, each country should be represented by Algramo local team who are familiar with the customs and needs of that specific country. This way, we can get valuable information from our partners and we benefit from knowledge transfer across borders. Thank you for paying attention to our ideas and strategy for Algramo.